Hey there, McAllister here with Toasty DIY, and today we're taking a look at the Ronin Gimble. We bought this a few months ago for about 500 bucks, and we've used it maybe twice now for a video you'll see coming up in the near future where we react to tech TikToks. Take a look at that when it comes out. But we used it to carry the camera around, but it doesn't work for our main camera, so I'll show you how it works for our other one. It's kind of funny. We use a smaller camera on it than it's supposed to take because it doesn't work with our audio receiver. It's too top heavy for the gimbal to stabilize, and we had trouble with that. So the one we use for it isn't actually fully programmable with it. It can't hook in, so I can't do the zoom from the actual zoom handle here, but let's go ahead and take a look at it and see some of the features, and I'll put a camera on it and show you how it works. So the first thing you'll see is we have a 3-point balance system. So right here, one here, and then you do front and back here, and that's how you get it to balance, as well as moving and adjusting this piece here. On the side, you'll have an actual digital zoom or remote zoom, so you can connect this to your camera and turn it to USB mode and then allow it to connect. Right here we have our actual toggle, so if it was on, it would allow me to turn it and get it. It will always bounce the camera like so, and you can check our level here. That's how we know when it's actually hooked on here that it's doing fine. It's got a tripod attached to it. The battery is actually this device here. You can see right now it's full charge, but this hooks in here. So let's say you wanted to have multiple of these because you're doing a longer shoot. You could unhook there and take this off and attach it to another one. So that's the basic look over it. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab the camera and we're gonna go ahead and pop it on here, and then we'll see how it looks and I'll show you how it kind of operates. Here's our power check on the bottom. Here's our power check on the side. It's balanced and all good. I'm gonna go ahead and hold down this button. And it's upside down. So one of the first issues you might get if you do get a Ronin is sometimes the gimbal will become unbalanced. I left it around the studio, so there's a chance to unfold with it. And now when I clip it on, this is how it sits. So the way you get it to balance is you first work on, you hold this side while you use the other hand to get this balance forward and backwards. Then you're gonna make sure it doesn't tilt left and right. And then you're gonna make sure in this back one. So you essentially go through each point of rotation to make sure that it's not gonna fall. So now as I hold this here, you can see the middle part is not leaning either way, which is fine. This is good. Now I'm gonna make sure it doesn't lean left and right. Now it's just a little off, but it's good enough that I can go ahead and turn it on. You have your power button on the side. Like I said, your battery is down here. It says it's full. You go ahead and hold. It's gonna turn on. And boom, we've got our gimbal working. So now I can control it with the joystick here. It's very snappy. So it's especially good if I wanna walk around and do shots. So I'm gonna go ahead and record some footage on this so you can see what it looks like. Now we are on the G7. So here's me moving the joystick left and right. So let's say I want to turn a corner, I'm just turning my body, not the joystick. It stays level, but let's say I want to look around to the left before I can turn. Now I'm turning my body and the thing at the same time. You can see I can go down and up, all of that. And I'm just walking at my normal pace. But this allows you to do things, let's say I wanted to get some nice, more dramatic shots of the food I just got. I could slowly lower, slowly raise. Obviously those who spend more time with it will get more used to it, but some of the cooler functions actually happen on the app to control a lot of it. So you'll notice it'll connect up to this, and then I could do a balance test, other things, or create. So the cool thing is I can set up time lapses, virtual joystick, which is pretty cool. So you'll see I'm gonna move the camera using the joystick. And I can go ahead and do a little proof check of this because obviously I'm standing here holding the camera. I'm gonna flip out the monitor out so I can see myself. And then I'm gonna get it to adjust to me. Backwards, so. Down, and then left is my right. And there we go, I'm in the middle. So I can tell it to recenter, in that case it'll go back to the middle. So I could have just done that. I can also set up it to active track. If you have an iPad or my phone, I could set it to the side, and then it'll look at me and tell the thing to track. I can go ahead and do time lapse is my favorites, where I can go ahead and tell it to take position 1, which will be over there, position 2, which will be here, position 3, which will be back there. So I want to have a shot going forward, backwards, whatnot. Now all I have to do is tell it to go ahead and record. And what it would do is it would follow through that in increments. You can see here, the increments are already set. The 2 position points, they're kind of hard to spot. Let's see if I can get that focus to kick in for me. So I can get it to follow through those points. So you'll notice if I hit another point, let's go to 1, it's gonna snap away from me because this is position point 1. And I can set that to take as long as I want to do that. So I'll go ahead and reposition it back over here. And that's the basics of the Ronin. We don't personally use it because our G5 is a little too heavy for it. It does work with it, so if you have a G5 and you want it to do that, that is fine. But the problem is our G5 has an audio receiver on the top because we don't record our audio outside the camera like a lot of people do. We record it inside the camera, and because of that, we can't get it to stay on there and be, you know, light enough to actually match onto it. So that's all. If you have any questions, you can always put it in the comment below. I think we'll have an Amazon link to this below as well. So hope you liked it. Like, comment, subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. It's been Mikhail from DJI. Bye.